Hi guys, today we are making one of my older recipes from the blog. I developed it around 2015-2016. It is my mushroom matar masala. Matar is peas, mushrooms are mushrooms. Masala is a term used for a sauce or a curry. So it basically is a super delicious mushrooms and peas and a creamy tomato curry. This comes together really quickly. There is barely any chopping involved. You just blend up the sauce ingredients, add to the skillet, let them cook a little bit, add the mushrooms and peas and let that cook, and that is it. It is super quick and you must try this one. I developed this recipe around 2015-2016, and at that time I didn't like to spend too much time standing around in the kitchen. So I made this blended sauce that reduces your active time in the kitchen because you're not standing around chopping up about a cup of the onion, the ginger and the garlic. But the problem with this is sometimes you get an old onion and old garlic and it adds this really strong flavor to the blended mixture that you have to cook down for a really long time to get that raw flavor out of the sauce. So if you're not sure about the onion and garlic, just chop them finely and cook them until golden and proceed. To make this mushroom matar masala, first we're gonna blend the aromatics. That's our onion, ginger, garlic and green chili if you're using it, and then blend it with a little bit of water until the mixture is kind of a coarse puree. You don't want it to be super smooth, but you also don't want any chunks of onion in there. Heat up a large skillet over a medium heat, add some oil. Once the oil is starting to get hot, add in the blended onion puree, add a pinch of salt and mix in and cook this mixture until it has reduced significantly and smells roasted and not raw. Stir it every 2 to 3 minutes in the initial stages and every minute towards the end so that it doesn't scorch, although the scorching will add even more flavor. It depends on your preference of the flavor profile. If you're not using the blended mixture, just chop up the onion, ginger, garlic and green chili, add to the skillet when the oil is hot, add a pinch of salt, add splashes of water every now and then to help the onions cook evenly, and cook for about 7 to 8 minutes until the onion is golden. The blended onion mixture might take anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes depending on your stove and your pan. While the onion is cooking, we'll blend the tomatoes and cashews in the same blender. Add the tomatoes, cashews and a bit of water and blend for a minute. Then let that mixture sit so that the cashews can rehydrate even more, and then blend again after 2 to 3 minutes for half a minute or so. Check if the cashews are broken down, otherwise blend again for another half a minute. Once the onion is cooked to preference, add this pureed tomato mixture into the skillet. Add all of the spices, that's the paprika, garam masala and dried fenugreek leaves. Then mix it in, add in the mushrooms and chickpeas and mix those in. And let this mixture cook for about 6 to 7 minutes undisturbed. Then stir and check if the mixture is not thickening too much or scorching the bottom, and let it cook for another 3 to 4 minutes. Then open the lid and check again, stir it a little bit, add more water. If the mixture is thickening too much or scorching too much, reduce the heat to medium low, cover it and let it cook for about 5 minutes or longer. Depending on the mushrooms, the skillet and the stove, you might need 5 to 10 minutes or longer to cook the mushrooms. Cook them until they are cooked to your preference. Then fold in the peas and the spinach. Add in more water, not any milk, to adjust the consistency at this point and mix in. Taste and adjust the flavor. Add more salt. Add more heat such as cayenne or pepper flakes. Let it simmer for a minute or so to wilt the spinach, and then your mushroom matar masala is ready. Serve this with naan, flatbread, over rotis, or with rice or quinoa, or over baked potatoes. Serve it however you like, and do let me know in the comments how you served it. The 3 tips to making this recipe foolproof and super easy. Slice the mushrooms to be thin enough, not that thin that they'll just disappear in the sauce, but also not that thick that they'll take half an hour to cook down. So you want to slice them to about 2 millimeters or so, and then they cook down perfectly. The second one is to not add too much water while blending the tomato mixture, because you want the tomatoes to kind of roast while cooking with the mushrooms. Because we're cooking the mushrooms for quite a bit of time, the tomato mixture will also cook down and roast in that much time. The third one is to keep adding more liquid to the sauce if the sauce is thickening too much, so that the sauce doesn't stick at the bottom of the pan. A little bit of sticking is actually good because it picks up all of that delicious roasted flavor. But if it is sticking too much, that means the mushrooms are not getting cooked, the sauce is getting cooked. So add some more liquid, mix it in, cover with the lid and let it cook. This recipe uses few everyday ingredients. It uses only a few spices. There is just the garam masala, paprika and dried fenugreek leaves. If you don't have dried fenugreek leaves, please do get them. I use them frequently in my Indian recipes, and they add this very specific flavor which makes the sauce really delicious. They're available everywhere online. They're available on Amazon and lots of different online spice stores or Indian stores that also have an online presence these days. If you really can't find them, then just omit them and add more garam masala instead. To make this nut free, you can omit the cashews and add in some coconut milk or blend in some seeds like hemp seeds or sunflower seeds. If you don't have garam masala, you can also use curry powder. If you don't want an Indian flavor profile, try this recipe with some Burberry, which is an Ethiopian spice blend, or Baharat, which is a Middle Eastern spice blend. They're both super delicious. Recipes for both are in my second cookbook, and you can make them from scratch. The recipe for garam masala is also on the blog. I have a quicker version and a whole spice version. The quicker version has just a few spices that you mix in to make this delicious garam masala, which works with all of my recipes. You can either get your own or get any of these spice blends from the store. So this is my delicious mushroom matar masala. If you like this recipe, do try out my many other easy Indian recipes on the blog, like my butter tofu paneer, my chicken changezi, my butter chicken, and many more. If you did make this recipe, don't forget to review it on the blog as well. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel for easy vegan recipes, easy Indian recipes, and so much more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.